welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you were a returning viewer or subscriber. I always want to get that a little messed up, but if y'all don't know, I'm Miya Jha, and I just wanted to do a reading for you all today. Today we're going to use the Life Coaching Oracle deck to address some valuable qualities that you have, Divine Feminine, that you may not be aware of. So we're just going to pull some cards from here, and we're going to move ahead accordingly. So I hope everybody is doing well, and I hope that, you know, the messages you receive from here give you the clarity and truth that you need. You know, just to be aware of and to even elevate. So these messages are delivered through love and light, and I hope that you receive them through love and light as well. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Y'all, my baby's in the shower, so I decided to do a little reading while she did her thing. But yeah, let's see some of the values, that Divine Feminine has that Divine Feminine may not be aware of. So, some quality values that you have, but any value is quality, okay? So, what does Divine Feminine need to know? What are the values Divine Feminine possess? Oh, I'm getting a lot of cards. I think that's like, I ain't taking that many. We just gonna keep shuffling, y'all. Divine, that's too many, okay? Alright, so we're gonna take this one. The first one is, we have obsession. It says, it's time to get out of your head and back into your heart. So Divine Feminine, I feel like some kind of value that you have here as it pertains to obsession. I feel like you may have learned like some lessons from the past, where maybe you were overly involved in a situation, or you were overly obsessed with something or somebody or whatever the case, but I feel like you learned some kind of lesson from that. My light is flickering when I said this. I think that's giving us confirmation here. But I feel like Divine Feminine, you definitely learned some kind of lessons from the past that has put you in a position of finding some kind of balance, or to just not overly obsess over things. So some of you have even learned to surrender more, so letting go of things that are outside of your control, not allowing yourself to, you know, continue to stress over things or situations that you just have no control over. And you've been learning to trust in the divine and, you know, let it flow. So you definitely been getting more grounded in your energy and finding balance when it comes to that Divine Feminine. And I know that's probably been like a hard lesson that you've had to learn. So I really want to give you, you know, your congratulations for that. You should give yourself a pat on the back for that, because there's value in, you know, what you've experienced and what you've learned from those experiences. Divine Feminine. Excuse me. So next we have core values. It says, follow your heart and make your values a priority. So Divine Feminine, not only have you overcome like whatever your issues were when it comes to obsessing over things or people, or whatever the case, but I feel like in a way you've also, with the core values card, you found a way to come home to yourself, and to really not only get to know yourself, but, you know, act in ways that are true to, you know, your heart and in who you are. So I feel like you've learned a lot about yourself based on things that you've been through, based on things that you've experienced, and you've been able to incorporate it in a way that you bring more value to yourself, even if that makes sense, or you see more value in yourself. But also living true to that and protecting your energy when it comes to that. So if even if that means like you know, protecting your energy from other people or other situations that don't align with your value. And that's definitely something that you've learned, Divine Feminine. And I feel like in that you've even been finding some kind of peace that maybe you once did not have. We have empath. It says you may be confusing other people's energy with your own. So Divine Feminine, Some of you might look at your energy as being an empath as a weakness, but I feel like it's also a strength here because it gives you the ability um, to not only recognize other people's energies or feelings, but also to be able to, sometimes that means being able to assign meaning to it or being able to understand more. So I feel like there's like, where there's a weakness, it can also be your strength in a way as you hone in on these skills and, just even having that awareness of yourself, even I feel like you can really help people with that. I'm even getting like an idea of somebody might be, you could be a counselor, or that could be something you want to do, or something you might want to incorporate into your life. This doesn't have to be like a licensed like counselor position. Some of you might even be like spiritual counselors, if that makes sense. So take it as it resonates, Divine Feminine, but that's a value that you have here. Like I said, it could be seen as a weakness, like you might view that as a weakness, or maybe some others might view that as a weakness. But in this, as it's being pointed out here, Divine Feminine, I feel like there's a strength that you have. So recognize the value even in your empathic abilities. One moment, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm back. I had to go help my baby out, but just to continue, we already had a card that flipped out. I didn't get to see yet, but we have nourishment. This is another value that you have, Divine Feminine, that you may not recognize. It says you are being asked to take time out for self-care. So, Divine Feminine, with this nourishment card, I feel like not only have you learned how to nourish your mind, body, and spirit in ways, you could be doing research. You could actually be implementing things. I'm even feeling like holistically. Some of you might just be finding new ways of self-care or ways to take care of yourself or even ways to heal. I feel like there's some kind of value that you have that you might not even realize, like a gift that you have. Not only in helping yourself, but this has the potential for you to be able to help others as well, Divine Feminine, in what kind of way? In whatever kind of way, even if that means, educating others or even providing services or products or whatever the case. You just have no idea, but there's definitely a lot of value in what you know about these things, and even the things that you do for yourself, Divine Feminine. And somebody needs to know that somebody out there needs whatever it is that you have to offer. So don't sleep on yourself, Divine Feminine. You bring value to the world. Some of you even in just the community that you're in. Maybe I said one of you, so that could be somebody specific, but maybe one of you've I got like, you could have potentially been struggling with something for a long time. Like specifically, I was getting like weight loss. So maybe you finally found something that works for you. Maybe you tried all kind of things, or you tried everything that you've been pushed to try, or all the things that may have worked for a lot of other people, or whatever the case, and it just wasn't working out for you, or it just wasn't sustainable, or whatever the case. But it's like, for somebody here, it's like you finally figured out something that works for you, and maybe you need to share your story, share your situation, because that would be helpful for somebody else, Divine Feminine, who could be struggling the same way, or struggling for a long time as well, like or just looking for new options, looking for different options for their specific situation, Divine Feminine. We have trust and forgiveness. Wow. Okay. So it says it's time for you to let down your guard and learn to trust again. So Divine Feminine, another value that you have here is not only do you have the ability to, I feel like you just have such a big heart in a way that you're very open and trusting of others, and you're also very open to forgiving others, sometimes even when some people don't even deserve it. Again, like the empath situation is kind of connecting to that as well. But again, like that situation, it's like this might be seen as a weakness for you, but I also feel like it could be incorporated into a strength. Divine Feminine is more so about you discerning who is worthy of, you giving them this value. And then some people will abuse this, so knowing when to cut that off as well, Divine Feminine. So this doesn't have to be a weakness, because it's not necessarily that it's your weakness. I feel like others who would abuse it could, see it that way, but know that that's not the case, Divine Feminine. Those are just people that, that don't deserve, you to expend your energy on. So this is also about being protective of your energy as well, Divine Feminine. But you just have this strong energy, this loving energy of just forgiveness and then trusting others. But also another thing here, Divine Feminine, by you exuding that kind of energy, I also feel like this is how others view you as well. So others see you as someone that they can trust. Like, for some of you, this could even be like complete strangers who you can meet, and they just feel compelled to tell you all their business. And you might notice this if you ever hear somebody say, I don't really talk to people like that, but with you, I just feel so comfortable, whatever. And you could have just met this person, or I don't know. It's. I think you would know if you've experienced this, Divine Feminine. So that's also a strength that you have, and you might sleep on it, or it might not mean nothing to you, but it means the world to others as well. Sometimes, like, literally, that says a lot as well about you, Divine Feminine. The fact that somebody could meet you, just like, and right away they feel they can feel your energy. They feel that they can trust you, that they can disclose things to you and talk to you and whatnot. That says a lot about you in a very positive way, Divine Feminine, because people, we're around others all the time, or you've experienced people all the time, and the fact that these people are not getting the kind of energy that you give anywhere else, that says a lot, Divine Feminine. So don't sleep on yourself. But I also feel like even in instances where you might, with the forgiveness part, and instances where maybe you might make a mistake, or whatever the case, you're human, it happens. But people are more willing and open to forgive you because they trust you, because they know your character, because you are, you're true to your values, your core values, that lie within as well, Divine Feminine. I feel like you're just very a very morally, I don't know. I want to say you have high values when it comes to morals, Divine Feminine, and not only do you uphold those values, but I feel like your energy you kind of have the energy where you make others want to uphold that kind of like higher values for themselves as well, in a way, Divine Feminine. And then next we have self love, and it says, you are learning that your capacity to love others is directly related to your ability to love yourself. Yes, Divine Feminine. So like I was saying, I'm like, you be giving off these kind of energies to others. The energy that you have within yourself, it literally glows off of you. And I feel like you give off that energy to others. So it's like when you love on yourself and you give into yourself and you're doing things, you know, to, I don't know, just to give yourself like this sense of peace even within, Divine Feminine. I feel like the energy that you have, it attracts others as well, and you make others want to do better. Others want to be more. Others want to, uphold themselves to a certain standard, simply because they feel that energy from you. So yes, Divine Feminine, these are some positive values here that you have. This is probably one of the shortest readings we have, but I don't know, like, if I want to use another deck. But actually we're gonna do some affirmations because I haven't done that today. And divine feminine, that's something that you should remember. These are things you should always remember about yourself, and especially in seeing your value, because others see the value in you even when you don't. And then just like you attract any kind of like different kinds of beings, you also attract beings who want to take advantage of that energy because what's the word? You have some people who want to take advantage of that energy because, well, first and foremost, a lot of people, you are a very unique being, and you have a lot of very strong, loving quality. You have this just amazing light. A lot of different energies going to be attracted to your light. These will be other light beings, but it will also be dark energy beings as well, if that makes sense. Divine feminine. So just be discerning of who you give your energy to and who is worthy and deserving of the energy that you give and that you have control over. So just keep that in mind, divine feminine. And don't see your strengths as your weakness. Like if that is the case, more so work on protecting your energy, because it's absolutely not a weakness that you have. It's actually a strength, and it's also something that makes you unique, and makes you you. And you don't have to change who you are because of those dark negative, energies that want to suck up on your energy, that's not deserving of it and try to abuse that, abuse power. All right, so what affirmations does the divine feminine need to receive at this time? What does divine feminine need to know? All right, y'all. So the first card we have, I haven't seen this in a while, or if ever. It says, I have the courage to be the happiest, healthiest version of myself. Yes. Okay. Divine feminine. I'm going to repeat that. I have the courage to be the happiest, healthiest version of myself. And yes, divine feminine, you are worthy and deserving of it all, of that pure joy, just that pure inner peace, just all of those things. And the more like I said, the more you love on yourself and give yourself self-love and protect your energy and continue to move in authenticity and being you, divine feminine, I feel like you're going to attract more of that, especially as you uphold your boundaries as well. Yes, and protecting your energy. I'm almost done, Punky Bucket. All right, let's get two more messages for divine feminine at this time. Why all the ones want to fall? But at least it's the last two. Okay, so we have what you seek. What you seek is seeking you too. So really, here the affirmation, divine feminine, is what this should say. Is what I seek is seeking me too. So divine feminine, you don't have to settle for like certain kind of energies around you, like these negative energies, or whatever the case. Like I said, you're gonna attract light beings like yourself, but you're also gonna attract dark negative energies because your light shines so bright, divine feminine, and some energies just want to feed off of this in a way that doesn't give back to you. If anything, it drains you. These are the energies that will take advantage, but I feel like this is a reminder to continue to walk in your authenticity and being you and just letting your light shine bright, because you're also attracting, like I said, other light beings to you as well. So what you seek is seeking you as well. But this also goes with like anything that you could be manifesting at this time. Some things just take time. But know that it's on the way for you, divine feminine, as long as you're moving in that energy, to receive it and to make it happen. Okay, divine feminine? And lastly, we have, I am not going to stress out or worry about how things will work out for me. I am not going to stress out or worry about how things will work out for me. So divine feminine, like I said, things take time, even when it comes to your manifestations, but trust in the seasons, trust in, whatever cycle you're in, or, whatever season you could be in at this time. Trust that things are going to come full circle, even when some things are not revealed yet, or some things don't they don't seem clear, even at this time. Even trusting in the unknown is giving me like the energy, like the moon energy for sure, with the moon card, I mean, with the moons on here. So trusting, things will come to light as well, divine feminine. So that's the reading that I have for y'all at this time. I hope it was helpful and I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, so you keep being you, divine feminine, and trust in your light, okay? So until next time, bye.
Bye.